brings us to the birthplace of rock and roll, where the ceremonial guitar has been smashed. We're ready for football at Huntington Bank Field here in Cleveland. Coming up, two teams ready to square off. It's the Cincinnati Bengals and the Cleveland Browns. On the visiting sideline, there is the Bengals head coach. Across from him, it's Browns head coach Kevin Stefanski. This guy's come in off what he described as a strong week of practice, looking to put one in the win column in front of these home fans.
Kevin McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
Mike Tirico with Greg Olsen. We're ready to start year two together in the booth. And off we go from Huntington Bank Field. And it'll be brought down past the 25. Decent field position to start this drive. The Cleveland offense set to take the field for the first time. Leading them out, the veteran quarterback, first-round pick back in 2017, Deshaun Watson.
Mike, as I think back to opening day over my years of playing in the NFL, it didn't matter if I was a rookie or going into my 14th season. I think every player goes into that game with just a little bit of extra nerves. They go, new season, new opportunity. Can I still do this at a high level? And man, you get through that first game and it feels like you can finally take a deep breath and let the season unfold. There's going to be a lot of nerves in this one here today, but the team that settles down the fastest and just gets back to playing ball, they're going to have a big advantage coming away with a big win today.
On second down, here the pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. A rookie from A&M, Shamar Stewart, the first-round pick, making an instant impact, a sack here in the season opener. Rush to his left, and they'll only get a couple on this one, so the defense holds, and it brings up fourth down. So on fourth down, the lefty, Corey Bojorquez, to punt for Cleveland. As this drive went backwards, he's on to kick it away. That's taken at about the 14, and he'll get forward a few yards on the return. That's where the offense will take over. So here come the Bengals. And, Greg, there is no denying the talent of this man. Joe Burrow led the league in passing yards and touchdowns a season ago.
Mike, isn't there just something different about week one of the NFL season? I mean, after months of it,
the first throw of the season is intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to bring this one back. Less than a minute into the game, it's a pick six and an early touchdown. Now the veteran Matt Prater for the extra point. The kick is good. And the Browns have their first lead of the new year. They're up 7-0 here in the season opener. 7-0 is our score as this kick is sent into the air. Charlie Jones now to return. So, Greg, on come the Bengals. Interesting year last year. I think folks thought they would be a Super Bowl contender. Really rough start. They had to win the last 5 just to finish over 500 at 9-8. But they do have a guy who you feel like can take them all the way in Joe Burrow.
Yeah, and I don't think any of the concern coming into the season surrounds this Cincinnati offense, Mike. I think all the concern is, can they play competitive enough defense that every game, every drive, every score is on the shoulders of Joe Burrow and this really talented offense. So they're bringing Adam Golden. They have a new defensive coordinator. Can he just make them average? I think average defense with this offense can get back into the picture of Super Bowl contender. But if every play and every game is going to be a shootout and Joe Burrow needs to play Superman every single game of the year, I just think it's a lot to ask.
And he will go all the way. Danny Gray. Touchdown, Bengals.
Evan McPherson for the extra point.
McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals will tie things up at 7-7 here in the opening quarter.
McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
So back to level after the touchdown. Time for the kickoff. Here comes a return from the 3. And he is stopped at 25. The drive will begin there. So on come the Browns, and the question is, what's next? Is this a Browns franchise that was close, 11-6 in a wild card a couple of years ago? Or is it closer to last year, Greg, 3-14, where they went 8 games worse in the standings than the year before?
And listen, this is a very simple one. For a very complicated situation, Mike, we all understand the elephant. Can they figure out the quarterback position? They make the big trade. They swing for the fences, bringing in Deshaun Watson.
The pressure gets there, and down he goes back inside the 20-yard line. Work to do following the sack. It is 3rd and long. Oh, maybe a free play as he'll look to throw it. That is incomplete, but there is a flag down. Big call here. It was 3rd down. Shotgun snap to Watson. Toward the middle, that's caught by Moore. Inside the 40. And he's going to be dragged down, but not until he's inside the 25. Here's 1st and 10.
And the Browns first down.
To throw is Watson. He is hit before he can get rid of it, and down he goes. B.J. Hill. He's got his first sack of the season here early in week 1. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Ready?
Out of the gun, Watson. That's caught. Down the field is Tillman. And he will get into the end zone. Cedric Tillman. Touchdown, Cleveland. Extra point is good. And the Browns will move out to a 14-7 lead. The kickoff team is out on the field. And we're back to it as the kick's away. Ray going to return it. Bengals offense make their way out. Take over once more. This will start from the 12, trying to put a drive together here. It's 1st and 10.
11 MT, tape. 11 MT, tape. Let's get set.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. He'll air one out for Higgins. He's got it! And they are not going to catch up to him. He will score! 88 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati.
Evan McPherson.
Well, that is a quick drive and the best way to finish it. The touchdown pass downfield. Greg, you rarely see a deep shot like that to start a drive.
You're right, Mike. We don't see it a lot, but I wish we did. It's actually the most efficient and safest down to pass the ball. And in this case, the defense is thinking run, got a lot of defenders up in the box, and they're able to strike deep with a pass play for 6.
This one crushed. It's over the back line of the end zone. Touchback. And the ball's coming out to the 35. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They'll run with Judkins to begin the drive. Able to make one man miss, but that's all. They get him. Take him down behind the line.
Well, they try to get the run game started here early on this drive, Mike, and they're just going to have to do a better job up front. There's really nowhere for this ball carrier to go. You never want to lose yards on first down, but that's exactly the case here.
Last play went the wrong way. It sets up second and long. It's second down and 12. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. They might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. A throw out wide. That is dropped. That could be a live football. And he rumbles his way into the end zone. The fumble recovery and the great return for the touchdown. On is McPherson for the extra point. His kick is good. And the Bengals have broken the deadlock as they move out to a 21-14 lead. After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This will be returned from the 6. He'll work his way across the 25-yard line. The Browns offense ready to take over once more. They'll begin with 1st and 10. From the shotgun, here's Watson. That's complete to Moore on the right side. Ball on the 30 now. Here's 2nd and 6.
Ready.
Tillman, the man in motion. To throw on 2nd down is Watson. Nothing doing there. He'll go down behind the line. 3rd and 10.
Ready.
Now Watson. Well, cover on the sideline, and it's intercepted. Picked off by DJ Turner. On line, ready? On 1st and 10, Burrow. That's to Gray, open on the left side. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line.
Gotta go score. Let's go.
They'll look to pick up the pace. The Browns going to use the first of their timeouts here. They'll be disappointed there after giving up the first down.
11 MT, Kate. 11 MT.
Working out of the gun, Burrow. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very stout. That's going to bring up 2nd down. Now, Burrow. That's going to be incomplete. Good work by the defender. Bodied his man up. Wouldn't allow the catch. It'll force 3rd down.
All things considered, it's actually a pretty good pass. I mean, he puts the ball in a place where only his guy can catch it. But I think he hears those footsteps coming from that nearest defender, and he's not able to secure the catch from contact.
And he will easily pick up the 1st down. They've got 1st and goal coming up.
That's good for Bengals. 1st down. 1st and goal. It's a 7-yard line.
Play action now. It's Burrow. He's got it at the 3. To the goal line and in. Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Cincinnati. And make it 3 in the 1st. He has thrown 3 first-quarter touchdowns. An incredible start to this one.
It really is incredible, Mike, and I'm not sure really what word there is better to describe it. This is just truly a special performance we're seeing today. I'll tell you what, I'm excited what the next 3 quarters have in store.
This will be returned from the 2. He'll get this past the 20 before he's brought down shy of the 25-yard line. The Browns offense ready to take over once again. They'll see if they can put something together here, beginning with 1st and
Ready, let's go. Viking 18.
On On second down, it's Judkins. Third and a long way to go.
Brings up third down.
Get it. Cowboy 8. Go.
Back to throw is Watson. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Punting time for the Browns. They're set to kick it away, as he'll have to hit it from his own end zone. This is taken at the 25. Heading out now, the Cincinnati offense. They're going to get set to take over once more. Going to be looking to possibly push this to a 3-score advantage. Work to do on this drive. First and 10.
Whoa. Here we go. Stop.
They go play action for Burrow. That's to the left side where he's got Kincaid. And he's out of bounds on pass play, but that's good for 8 yards. Off the play fake. Here's Burrow. That's going to be caught by Kincaid. And they'll pick up the first down, a gain of about 4.
Here we go.
And the Bengals
Off play action. He'll set up to throw. He's got his tight end, Kincaid. And he'll be run out of bounds. That's a good game. On first down, they pick up 7 yards.
There's no more efficient play in the NFL, Mike, than the play-action passing game. And you can see here why. You make the defense have to honor both the run and the pass, and he's able to pick up a nice gain to his tight end.
Just shy of midfield. Here's second down.
Here we go.
Now, faking the give. That's going to be caught by Greg. And he'll be taken down, but they are in business inside the 30-yard line. 4 catches already in this opening quarter, off to a hot start as he picks up the first down.
Here we go.
On play action, he'll set up to throw. That's going to be incomplete. And it'll leave just enough time for one final play in this opening quarter.
Gun.
Off the play fake. He'll look to throw. All alone is the tight end, Kincaid. And he'll be taken down with the first down as time will run out on this opening quarter. It's Bengals football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with first and 10. Burrow. That's to Kincaid once again. And he's in! Dalton Kincaid. Touchdown, Cincinnati. What a start to the year. His second touchdown in this opening half. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals add on one more as they extend their second quarter lead.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. On the return, it's Jerome Ford. Browns offense getting things in order as they trot out for this next possession. Greg, when you step back and look at this AFC North, Baltimore and Pittsburgh, their rivalry now really for a couple of decades has in so many ways defined this division, and they set the tone for everything that happens when you are in an AFC North game.
And you talk about divisions having identities, they have their culture. Really at the top, Baltimore and Pittsburgh kind of want to play a similar style game, strong on defense, great run game. Obviously, Baltimore adds the extra element with Lamar Jackson. To me, the fascinating team, though, is what kind of jump can we expect, Mike, from the Cincinnati Bengals?
I agree with you because if you think about the toughness and physicality, Cincinnati can put up points in an electrifying fashion. And even the 1 year Cleveland was up near the top of the division, they did that as well. Touchdown, Brown. For Judkins, he was so effective in college. 50 total TDs in Ohio State and Ole Miss, but that is first in the NFL. Good looking rushing touchdown there. The offensive line does its job. That back taking off to the end zone for the touchdown.
Mike, you're exactly right. He might get credit in the box score for that long rushing touchdown, but it was the big guys up front who were able to make that play possible.
Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. He's had things all his way in the first half. Those numbers are sensational. He looks to add to them with another drive here. Throw here down the field. Will fall. Incomplete. 2nd and 10. To throw is Burrow. He connects with Gray on that one. And he is taken down, but not before they're able to get it out of danger. Up past the 25. His 5th catch of the afternoon. Good for a first down. They'll break the huddle. Coming up now for 1st and 10. Burrow to throw. Oh, he's going to be bottled up and taken down. They got him.
A loss of 11 yards. It's 2nd down.
12.
Now 2nd down throw for Burrow. Who else? Another catch for his favorite target. And he's going to be out of bounds, but up past the 35. So 1st and 10 here now at the 38. That one down the field, but they cannot connect, and it's incomplete. Try again. It's 2nd and 10. Burrow now. That's going to be incomplete. Coverage very good there. Contact jarring the ball loose, and it's going to force 3rd down.
10 yards to go.
That one intercepted. Picked off by Ronnie Hickman.
And these are the throws that are really holding the offense back right now. Like, he just has to make better decisions because you're not going to win many games when you turn the ball over at this rate.
Going deep downfield for Judy. And he will go all the way. Jerry Judy. Touchdown, Cleveland. Prater, extra point is good. And the Browns back within 7. It's 35-28. Both teams ready to go once more as the kick's away. Ray going to return it. And he'll be brought down just beyond the 25-yard line. The Bengals offense starting to trot out for this next possession. You know, Greg, early on, it's always new faces in different places. Off-season movement, what caught your eye?
I think there's so many good ones, right? You talk about Stephon Diggs. He ends up in New England, and Cooper Kupp now. He's moving on to Seattle from the Rams, but I think it's the guy the Rams signed to replace him, Davante Adams. I know he's not the youngest anymore, but watching him play in New York with Aaron Rodgers last year with the Jets, he can still run, he can still make every catch, he can still go up and compete at the high point. I think you put Davante Adams with Matthew Stafford, Puka Nacua in that offense run by Sean McVay. I think that's a sneaky, maybe not a sneaky because he's a really household name, but I think that's a great signing by the Rams.
And always interesting from the offseason, the quarterback movement and unique ties. Some of the biggest names were or now are Seattle Seahawks.
Yeah, now the guy that is going to line up behind center for Seattle, Mike, is Sam Darnold. And, of course, we all saw that incredible season he had last year in Minnesota with Kevin O'Connell and Justin Jefferson and that really dynamic.
And he will score. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. That is 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. Pearson now for the PAT. It's up and through. And the Bengals tack on one more to their lead.
Browns 28.
TD. On is McPherson to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And they'll bring him down just shy of the 30-yard line. The Browns offense and Jerry Jeudy getting set for their next possession. So, Greg, you start to think about, okay, who are the teams that didn't make the playoffs last year that have a chance this year? Look, it happens every year. We just have to identify who they are. Who are a couple top of mind for you as we start 2025 here?
You know, as I started the AFC, I think the Cincinnati Bengals, and you got to think the way their season ended last year, and they rattle off 5 wins straight, really on the back of Joe Burrow. We could have made the argument if they're a playoff team that Joe Burrow was the best player. I mean, he was incredible.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. 3rd and long.
Brings up 3rd down.
Tag! 19 Tiger, 19 Tiger.
Shotgun snap to Watson. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Here's Corey Bojorquez now. As the drive went in the wrong direction, he's on to punt it away. Fair catch called and taken right at the 30-yard line. The Bengals offense and T. Higgins set to take over once more. Now, Greg, as we get the season going, obviously the adjustment to last year's new kickoff rules in place. We talked to a lot of coaches during the year. Folks didn't seem too bothered about letting the other team have the ball at the 30-yard line after a touchback. But the 35-yard line, I don't know, does that feel any different to you?
You know, it does, and I think the part that people don't talk about, Mike, is the impact that it's making going forward on 4th down, not settling for field goals. Because remember, in the old days, if you got stopped inside the 5 or you scored inside the 5, it was all the difference of I kicked a touchback, they got the ball at the 20. It wasn't that much of a spread. And now all of a sudden, is it in my best interest to settle for a field goal and kick off when I could give you the ball at the 35? Or even if I fail down there tight in the red zone on the 3, you now possess the ball inside your own 5-yard line. So I think that's an element now that's causing offenses to go for more touchdowns, kick less field goals, because the ensuing kickoff is giving my opponent the ball in much more favorable territory.
You know, the other rule that is adjusted are overtimes in the regular season. And he's in. Danny Gray. Touchdown, Cincinnati. 2 touchdowns for him now on the afternoon. On is McPherson for the extra point. He's got it. And the Bengals are able to extend the lead. The TD. On is McPherson to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. He'll be brought down right around the 25-yard line. Now it's the Browns' turn as they get set to take over again on offense. They find themselves down 3 touchdowns here, needing to flip the script in a hurry. And they'll start it here on 1st down. And he is stopped in his tracks. Loss of a couple on play.
A loss of 2. Brings up 2nd and 12.
Here's Watson now on 2nd down. And he might have waited just a bit too long there as he throws it incomplete. Looking to set up the screen, but the defense wouldn't give him the time.
Throwing
on 3rd down. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Here's their punter now, as he'll hit this from just outside of his own goal line. And he'll be brought down. Short return. And they'll take over there.
11. Here we go, here we go.
Burrow now to throw on first down. And he'll just get rid of this. Smart play to throw it away. And that'll set up second down.
Let's get set. All right, ready. Lights up. Start.
From the shotgun, it's Burrow. Hit as he throws, and it is incomplete. Just couldn't deliver that one the way he wanted to. Not really sure if there was much there anyways. We do know it'll be third down. This one, downfield, for Kincaid. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. It's another big play in a game that's had its share. 35 yards.
Here we go. 35. First down, Bengals.
A first down throw for Burrow. And for the third time in this first half, he's been intercepted. Picked off by Justin Simmons. And he's going to set up his guys with great field position. A huge chance to cut into the deficit.
The Browns take over first and 10 at the 45-yard line.
On first down, it's Watson. And he'll get about 8 on that one. Most of it coming after the catch. It's second down.
Here we go.
It's a gain of 9. Brings up second and
From the shotgun, here's Watson. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. Now we get a timeout, Cleveland. That's their second. And they'll stop at just over a minute remaining in this first half. Out of the gun, Watson. Backs to the open man. It's Tillman. And he is short of the goal line, but they are in business at the 1-yard line. What an important sequence this is, trying to get one of those scores back before halftime. And he will take it in himself. Deshaun Watson, touchdown Browns. Well, that is a step in the right direction, finding the end zone. I don't know, Greg, could this be building some momentum for these guys, and that's important before halftime?
Absolutely. I think the biggest thing this coach is trying to get across right now on the sideline, Mike, is let's just cut into this lead, and let's make it a one-score game at half. So they still got some work to do, but if they can go into halftime, regroup, catch their breath, just keep it close, give yourself a fighting chance here out of the break.
Gray going to return it. He's closing in on 200 receiving yards for the game. We haven't hit halftime yet. A definite storyline to follow closely. Maybe adds to it here as they embark on this next drive. And that ball incomplete over the middle. Trying to get it to Dalton Kincaid there. And it'll be second down. This one, downfield for Kincaid. And he's out of bounds, up beyond the 40-yard line. They'll come up here, first and 10. Working out of the gun, Burrow. And he can't hang on through the contact. Incomplete. Good job defensively to meet him just as the ball was arriving. It'll bring up second down. Now, Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws this time, and it's going to fall incomplete. He might be fortunate just to avoid the sack, and it'll set up a third down. Burrow. This one, downfield for Kincaid. And he's out of bounds, but not until he gets inside the 25-yard line.
11.
On first down, Burrow. He'll let this go towards the end zone. T. Higgins, the intended receiver on that one. And it'll bring up second down.
Here we go.
Makes it second and 10 at
10,
the 3-yard line.
12.
Now, Burrow. Good Good coverage there in the end zone. That is incomplete. Terrific work is separating the man from the football, and it'll bring up third down. Now a deep ball toward the end zone. That is going to be ball in. He's got it. Kenny Gray. Touchdown, Cincinnati. What a start to the season. It's a 3-touchdown week number 1.
You hear coaches, you hear commentators, everybody talks about that middle four, Mike, the final 2 minutes of the second quarter and the first 2 minutes of the third quarter. Here they are now. They go down and they steal a late touchdown to end the half. Remember, they're going to get the ball first coming out of the break.
3 seconds, all that remain in this first half as that one's away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he's going to be taken down. That is going to do it for us in this first half. And both teams ready to play on, so we'll do the same as we get set for quarter number 3. Very one-sided first half of action. Will we get a turnaround? Let's find out. The third quarter is underway.
Here we go.
On first and 10, Burrow. He'll get this complete to his man out of the backfield. And he's out past the 30 and out of bounds.
Well, he had such a great first half throwing the football. There's no reason to think, Mike, coming out here for the start of the third, that anything's going to change. He's picked up right where he left off, and the numbers are indicative of just how well he's played.
From the 32 now, here's first and 10.
Gun.
Here's Burrow. He'll be hit as he throws, and that one will wind up incomplete. Could not step into the throw that time. It'll bring up second down. To throw is Burrow. Pass downfield. Is caught by Brown. And he's down inside the 40-yard line. That one good for 29. From the 39, here's a first and 10.
11 Thomas.
Throwing is Burrow. A ball deep for the end zone. That is caught. What a throw. T. Higgins. Touchdown, Bengals. That is his third touchdown of the afternoon. Pearson now for the PAT. It's up and good. And the Bengals will extend this third quarter lead.
Evan McPherson, the kickoff for Cincinnati.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. The return starts from the 5. And he'll be taken down right at the 29-yard line. The Browns offense getting ready for their opening possession of this second half. Well, Greg, this is going to take a lot of self-reflection here. You build up so much for the season opener. To struggle like this has got to be a tough feeling.
Yeah, we've never spoken to a team before their week 1 matchup where they didn't tell us this is the best training camp they've ever had, it's the best roster they've ever had. I mean, how many times have we heard that? So in this case, though, Mike, I think you have to be careful that you don't overcorrect. Of course, this did not go according to plan. This is not what they've been building to through their entire offseason schedule, but it's still also just one game. So don't throw everything in the garbage and start all over. Don't throw out all the hard work from the previous offseason. Stay the course, fix what went wrong, improve, and move on to week 2.
This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. That is Cam Taylor-Britt on that corner blitz in for the sack. So, backed up after the sack, and now it's third and long. Back to throw is Watson. Going deep downfield for Judy. And this ball incomplete on third down. Jerry Judy, the intended target. And that'll set up fourth down. The Browns getting their punting team out there. He's on for the 5th time this afternoon. Return man can only make a fair catch, and it is at about the 8-yard line. The Bengals offense and T. Higgins set to take over once more. And, Greg, they have had their way right from the start in this season opener. You get that sometimes. You don't know what week one's going to bring, but this has got to be awfully satisfying.
There's no question. It gives such value to all the work that you did all offseason, all the way back in OTAs in the spring and then through the dog days of training camp. Everyone wants to start the season strong. You're 0-0. Everyone in the league has Super Bowl aspirations. Every fan base thinks it's their year. And then to come out and to deliver, especially on the offensive side of the ball, it's really the ideal way to set up the rest of your season and try to stay on track.
He's going to dial up another deep ball. And he will take this one in. 90 yards. Touchdown, Cincinnati. Make it 4 touchdowns for him on the afternoon. McPherson, good on the extra point. And the Bengals add on to their already sizable lead.
Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. This is fielded inside the 5. Get across the 20, mark him at the 22-yard line. The Browns offense about ready to take over once more. They're in need of points in a big way as they set out on first. Demetrius Knight, he gets in to drop him. A familiar refrain in this game. That is 12 sacks for the team.
Hey!
On the ground. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage. At best, might have even lost a yard there. 3rd and long.
Tag! Hawk 70! Hawk 70! Ready?
Watson to throw. That's complete. Some more on the right side. Pretty good effort on that one. It will not be enough. It's going to bring up 4th down. Special teams out to the field, ready for this punt, as they are forced to kick for the 6th time today. And not one you see very often. Fair catch taken all the way back at his own 5. The Bengals offense makes their way back out to the field for their next possession. And they're going to hear it from this crowd. They're backed up deep as they start 1st and 10. First run of the game here for Chase Brown. Great run there. He gets this up close to the 30-yard line. An ideal beginning to this drive. 24 on the first play. So, 1st and 10 now from the 30. Now Brown. They'll mark him down up at the 44-yard line. So they come to the line for 1st down and 10. They'll run here with Brown. And they're going to work this down inside the 45. A carry here for Brown. And they'll take this down inside the 35. On the ground, it's Brown. And they will take him down at the 20-yard line.
On 1, ready? Here we go.
Here's Brown. And the Bengals are going to have 1st and goal, trying to finish off this drive with a touchdown.
Here we go.
Here's a run. And it'll be brought down as we tip towards the end of this 3rd quarter. We are through 3 quarters here on NFL Kickoff Weekend. Back with more after the break. You're tuned in to the NFL on EA Sports. Ball right on the 5-yard line, 2nd down and goal.
Gun. Down.
4th quarter gets underway, and it's a run by Brown. And he's going to go backwards, taken down at the 6.
It's now 3rd and goal.
On 3rd and goal, they'll run for it. And he's into the end zone. Chase Brown, touchdown Cincinnati. McPherson. Good on the extra point. And the Bengals stretch things out even further.
Browns 35. Evan McPherson to kick off for Cincinnati.
After the TD, on is McPherson to kick this one away. Here comes Ford on the return. And he's brought down right at the 25-yard line. Browns offense ready to come back out for this next possession. They'll do so with 1st and 10. Time starts with a run by Judkins. And he'll manage to break a tackle, get this forward for a couple. And it's 2nd down.
It's a pickup of 3. Brings up 2nd and 7. At the 28-yard line.
Tillman, the man in motion. Again, it's Judkins. And he is crushed in the backfield. Defenders firing through. Shut it down right away for a loss of yard. It is 3rd and long.
Ready? 60 by 6.
Here's Watson. This offensive line just has no answers right now. It's another sack. Joseph Osai. He gets in for the sack. It's getting silly now. A Baker's dozen, 13 sacks for his guys in this game. A fair catch signaled, and they'll have it just outside their own 20. Out comes Joe Burrow and the Bengals offense to take over once more. And he has been masterful so far leading this offense, keeping the mistakes to a minimum, on point with his passes, generally one step ahead of the defense all game long. And he'll... Plow forward for a gain of 4 yards.
He was tackled at the 27.
Ball on the 27. Here's 2nd and 6. They'll stick with him again. And he'll be stacked up at the line of scrimmage.
Taken down.
Here comes 3rd and 6.
No gain on the play.
Gun.
It's 3rd down and 6.
We'll try to get this one on the ground. And that's not going to work either. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, but no more. It's going to bring up 4th down.
It's 4th down.
Here we go. Here.
To throw is Burrow. That's taken in. And he's going to have a Bengals 1st down. They wind up getting 13 yards on that 4th down conversion.
Bengals 1st down.
Here we go.
From the shotgun, it's a give up the middle. And they'll have it across midfield down at the opposing 46-yard line.
And all you can do at this point, Mike, is just really marvel at how well he's been able to run the ball. And throughout the course of the game, they've certainly not been shy in giving it to him. And I think he's held up his side of the bargain.
1st and 10.
Here.
They'll stay on the ground. And he finds a little bit of space. He'll take this forward for a gain of 4.
Myles Garrett.
And he has been a handful to deal with throughout this entire contest, Mike. And they came into the game saying, we want to impose our will on the defense. And that's exactly what they've been able to do.
This is 3rd and 6.
Here we go. Here.
Back to the ground. He'll get it again. And he's going to have the 1st down. And that will not officially end it, but for all intents and purposes, they're going to be able to run the clock down from here. Now the Bengals are going to call the first of their timeouts, and they'll stop it with 13 seconds left to play. From the 35, it's 1st and 10.
Here we go.
Back to throw, Burrow. That is brought in. And this is going to be a touchdown. They are going to extend the lead here in the final minute of play. On is McPherson for the extra point. He gets it to go. And the Bengals will add one more onto their big lead. Down to the final few seconds of this one as the kick is away. And this one sent all the way over the back line. No thought of putting this in the landing area. So it'll come out per the new rule to the 35-yard line. Watson now on 1st down. And he's going to go down yet again. He has been under fire all game long. And we'll get whistles and a timeout, so they will stop the clock. Closing seconds, game decided, but timeout anyway. Work to do now as they come up on 2nd and long.
Ready.
Now it's Watson. He's going to take a shot down the field. And the Bengals are going to come up with a late turnover, but it will only matter to the stat keepers. This ball game is over. So this one a win for the visiting Bengals. They move to 1-0 as they earn this victory in the division, no less, here in Week 1.
2, 3, 4. Heartbroken Houston, Texas. Couldn't off the sofa. The thing about depression, you think your life is over. When I was all alone, you came and changed how I feel.